All right, let's jump into this ClickBank Summit recap. You mentioned wanting to like really ramp up your affiliate marketing game, like everything from AI and influencer marketing to even tax strategies. But we'll stick to the stuff you can actually use. One speaker who really stood out was Marcus. He had this cool idea called sideways content. It's like instead of going after the super competitive niches, the ones everyone's fighting over, you find something related but with way less competition. So like instead of make money online, which is like crazy saturated, you target people looking for specific online jobs like virtual assistants or customer service reps. And then you lead them to your affiliate offer, like say ClickBank training, kind of pulling in an audience that's already interested in making money online. But you're coming at it from a different angle. He also talked about the weight loss niche. I mean, everyone was trying to sell weight loss stuff, right? So instead of going head to head with all that, he suggested finding adjacent markets like content about how many calories you burn using a standing desk or, sharing healthy smoothie recipes. And then you subtly weave in your weight loss offer. Now, Marcus also had this great tip about expired domains. He compared it to like buying a restaurant that's already set up and running. You don't have to start from scratch, right? And he actually told this story about a domain he bought for like $50. And it like skyrocketed in the rankings overnight because it already had some Google juice. And here's where it gets really interesting. He said you can use those AI content tools to like quickly fill those domains with fresh, relevant content. That matches the existing rankings, of course. It's a brilliant strategy, especially if you're just starting out and you want to hit the ground running. Now, let's talk about influencer marketing. I know you were really curious about this one. Kalia Wade, man, she really killed it in her session, especially with like her whole emphasis on building a real community instead of just chasing those follower numbers.
She made it super clear that brands aren't fooled by like inflated numbers. They want to see real engagement, an audience that's actually interested in what you're saying. And, one of her biggest takeaways was about diversifying beyond social media. Remember that whole TikTok ban scare? It was a huge wake up call for like a lot of creators who realized that, hey, rented land can disappear overnight. So Kalia was like really hammering on the importance of building your email list, having your own website, maybe even starting a podcast. It's all about like owning your platform and your connection with your audience. I mean, you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, right? Especially when you're trying to build a business. Now, another presentation that really got me thinking was Chris Cubby's session on content strategy. He had this life leadership model, which was pretty interesting. It's kind of like flipping the script on the whole educate your audience approach, He was saying it's not enough to just share information these days. You got to share your way of doing things, give your audience an identity they can like aspire to.
Even if it feels a little vulnerable, he gave this example about sharing content about the people and things you're passionate about outside your business. It's about making those genuine connections with your audience.
Yeah.
Showing them who you are as a person, not just a brand. And he even suggested like getting personal, sharing some of your struggles, which I thought was really interesting because it can like really resonate with people who are going through similar things. Okay, so we've covered like sideways content, snagging those expired domains, and the whole authenticity and community thing. Are you ready for the big AI reveal everyone was buzzing about? Peter Kell and Ember AI. Peter's story is like kind of wild. He went from being like a struggling skateboarder living in his parents' basement to generating over $100 million in sales. And he really credits a lot of his success to like mastering the art of the video sales letter. Those VSLs, right? Those high converting videos that a lot of ClickBank offers use. But creating a really good VSL, it takes a lot of skill, It's not easy. And that's where Ember comes in. Now, Ember doesn't actually make the VSLs themselves. It's more like it helps you create the content that drives people to watch those VSLs in the first place. It's about generating that initial interest, getting people to click through to the offer. It's kind of like having an AI marketing partner working behind the scenes for you. And, one of the coolest features is the co-pilot. It's like you can actually have a conversation with the AI, talk to it, give it feedback, refine your ideas, all in real time. It's like brainstorming with a super smart marketing assistant who works at like lightning speed. And you don't even have to type. They also have this remix tool that's specifically designed for paid traffic. It lets you like reverse engineer those winning TikToks and adapt them for your offers. So you're basically seeing what's already working and creating similar content, but tailored to your specific product. It's all about leveraging those proven strategies and making them your own, right? But Ember isn't just for paid traffic. It also has this product focus mode for organic traffic, where the AI will generate a whole week's worth of content ideas for you, based on the product you're promoting, of course. It even like gives you a daily game plan, telling you what kind of content to post on each platform. It's like having a personal content strategist and marketing manager all rolled into one AI-powered package. And speaking of that product focus mode, one thing that really blew me away was their whole fear angles approach to crafting, like attention-grabbing content. It's all about playing on those like nagging doubts and anxieties that we all have, those little voices in the back of our minds whispering, what if you're doing it all wrong? Yeah. So Peter used this example with the Predentum product. He's like, ask Ember, are you overlooking the real root of your weight struggles? Or like, could low lipase levels be the hidden reason you're not losing weight? It immediately makes you like sit up and pay attention. It taps into that fear that you might be missing something crucial and then subtly positions the product as the solution.
And what's even more impressive is that Ember can generate multiple angles for the same product. So like if the fear approach doesn't feel right for your audience, you can try, benefit angles instead. You could have Ember generate content around like experience unlimited joy and energy or rediscover confidence. Much more positive, right? It all comes back to, knowing your audience and what's going to resonate with them. And Ember gives you that flexibility to test different approaches and see what works best, which is pretty awesome. So, we've seen how Ember can help you find the right angle, craft a compelling script, even generate visuals. It's basically taking care of the whole content creation process, which can be a huge time saver, right? But still a tool. It's not magic. It's up to you to bring your own personality and creativity to the table. Ember provides the framework, but you're the one who makes it sing. You got to put your own unique spin on it to really stand out from the crowd. And speaking of removing the guesswork, let's talk about Ember's product-focused mode for organic traffic.
I mean, we all know consistency is key when it comes to building a following and growing your reach organically. But coming up with fresh content ideas day after day, it can be like exhausting. It's like being on a content hamster wheel that never stops spinning. But Ember takes the pressure off by like generating a whole week's worth of content ideas for you. And they're tailored to the specific product you're promoting, which is pretty cool. You basically tell it what you're selling, and it spits out a whole content calendar. It even tells you like which platform each piece of content is best suited for. It's like having a personal content coach guiding you every step of the way. And I think that's especially helpful for anyone who, struggles with staying consistent or coming up with new ideas, like a cheat code for content creation, right? But hold on, there's one more feature we haven't talked about yet, and I think this one's like absolutely brilliant. The remix feature for paid traffic. Now, the whole idea here is that the best way to create successful content is to model what's already working, right? Don't reinvent the wheel.
So the remix feature lets you reverse engineer those successful TikToks and adapt them for your offers. Basically, you're taking what's already going viral and tweaking it to fit your product. You're leveraging those proven strategies and making them your own. But how do you even find those winning TikToks in the first place? Well, that's the beauty of it. Ember helps you find them. It has access to this like massive database of trending content and can identify those TikToks that are getting tons of views and engagement. It does all the research for you. Then once you've, selected a TikTok to remix, Ember analyzes it and gives you a like scene-by-scene breakdown of what's happening in the video. You can see exactly how it's structured, what kind of language they're using, even the visual style. And then Ember helps you rewrite the script and adapt the visuals to fit your offer. It's like a shortcut to creating viral content, It takes all the guesswork out of the process. And I think that's a really powerful tool for anyone who wants to, leverage the power of short-form video for paid traffic. It's all about working smarter, not harder, right?
And I think Ember really embodies that philosophy. It's designed to make affiliate marketing more accessible, more efficient, and ultimately more profitable for everyone. So yeah, we've covered a lot here. The Copilot, the product-focused mode, the remix feature. I mean, Ember is an impressive platform. There's no doubt about it. And, it's just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the potential of AI and affiliate marketing. It's actually pretty exciting because we're just at the beginning of this whole AI revolution. And it's already changing the way we work and create. It's like leveling the playing field, giving everyone access to tools and strategies that used to be only available to like big companies with deep pockets. Now, anyone with a laptop and an internet connection can build a successful online business. And I think that's awesome. I think it's going to lead to this like explosion of creativity and innovation as more people are able to experiment and try new things without the fear of failure or, needing a ton of money up front. I'm actually really curious to see how this impacts the types of products that are successful in the affiliate market. I think we might see a shift towards more niche products and services as people are able to tap into those smaller, more targeted audiences. which, actually aligns perfectly with Marcus's sideways content strategy. It's all about finding those underserved markets and creating content that speaks directly to their needs and interests, right? I also think we're going to see a rise in the micro-influencer, those people who are building highly engaged communities around specific passions or interests. Because authenticity and genuine connection are becoming more important than ever, right? It's no longer about having millions of followers. It's about having like 1,000 true fans who trust your recommendations and are eager to support your work. And I think that's the future of affiliate marketing, building real relationships with your audience and providing genuine value. And it sounds like Ember is, perfectly positioned to help us navigate this new landscape. It's a powerful tool that can help us create that compelling content, connect with the right people, and ultimately build successful businesses.
So we've covered a lot in this deep dive, from sideways content and expired domains to building those genuine communities and the mind-blowing capabilities of Ember AI. It's clear that this ClickBank Summit was packed with valuable insights and actionable strategies. And, the future of affiliate marketing is definitely looking bright, especially for those who are willing to, embrace the power of AI and stay ahead of the curve. And speaking of staying ahead of the curve, one thing that really struck me throughout the whole ClickBank Summit was like the emphasis on the importance of building those genuine connections with your audience. From Kalia's focus on community to Chris's life leadership model, it's clear that authenticity and trust are like more valuable than ever in today's digital world. It's not enough to just create content that's optimized for clicks and conversions anymore. You got to create content that resonates on a deeper level, content that speaks to people's hearts and minds. And that's where the human element comes in, right?
AI can help us streamline the process, but it can't replace the power of genuine storytelling, shared experiences, and those things that make us human. It's a good reminder that even in this age of AI, the human connection is still what matters most. So, as we move forward into this exciting new era of affiliate marketing, let's remember to use these powerful tools wisely, ethically, and creatively. And let's keep that human connection at the heart of everything we do. We start out talking about like finding your niche and crafting the perfect message. And now we're talking about the importance of authenticity and human connection. And I think that's really the key. It's about finding that balance between the power of technology and the power of human connection. Because when you can do that, when you can combine the efficiency and reach of AI with the heart and soul of genuine human storytelling, well, that's when the magic really happens. And that's how you create content that not only converts, but also inspires, connects, and makes a real difference in the world.
And, it's kind of mind-blowing to think about what this means for the future. I mean, anyone with a good idea and a willingness to learn can, really make a splash now.
Absolutely. The barriers to entry are, they're definitely lower than they used to be.
And I think that's a good thing, right? It's all about democratizing access to these powerful tools and strategies.
Definitely. But, it's important to remember that it's still up to us to use them responsibly.
Totally. We can't just let the algorithms run wild.
Yeah.
We have to bring our own ethics and creativity to the table.
Couldn't agree more. We need to be mindful of the impact our work has on others and use these tools for good.
Yeah, and I think that's something that that a lot of the speakers at the summit were really emphasizing. That whole idea of building genuine connections in communities rather than just chasing numbers.
It's like it's like that old saying, right? People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
Exactly. And I think that's more important than ever in today's world.
Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, it's all about human connection, isn't it?
It really is. And I think we lose sight of that sometimes, with all the technology and noise swirling around us.
It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and forget what really matters.
Yeah. And I think the ClickBank Summit was a good reminder of that, It was like a breath of fresh air in a way.
Man, this ClickBank Summit, it really got the wheels turning, so much to think about, so many new ideas swirling around. It's like they crammed a year's worth of marketing knowledge into a few days. And AI, it's clear that AI is going to be a total game changer for affiliate marketing. It's already shaking things up big time. But, it's not just about the tech itself, right? It's about using it in a way that feels, authentic, in a way that connects with real people. And that's what really struck me throughout the whole summit, actually. That focus on building real, genuine relationships. Remember what Kalia said about influencer marketing? It's not about those vanity metrics, man. It's about building a community, a real community. And Chris Cubby, with his life leadership thing, that was all about, bringing your whole self to the table, sharing your passions, your struggles, the things that make you you, because that's how you connect with people on a deeper level. So as you're, diving into all these new strategies and tools and stuff, don't forget about that human element.
AI can help us do so much, but it can't replace that human connection. It can't replace the power of a good story, a shared experience. Those things that make us, well, human. So what about you? What really resonated with you from the summit? What are you going to try out first? Are you going to experiment with that sideways content approach? Or maybe give Ember AI a spin? Whatever you decide, I'm excited for you. The world of affiliate marketing is changing so fast, and it's the people who are willing to learn and adapt. The ones who are like always pushing the boundaries, those are the ones who are going to succeed. And you know what? That's what I love about this. There's always something new to discover, always a new challenge to tackle. And hey, that's what keeps things interesting, right? So thanks for joining me on this deep dive into the ClickBank Summit. I hope you walked away with some valuable insights and a ton of inspiration. And remember, keep experimenting, keep creating, and most importantly, keep connecting. Until next time, happy marketing.